Okay, spring shopping list.
Wait, I've just been handed an important disclaimer. No bunnies were harmed in the making of this episode.
Of course they weren't. Why would you?
Allison, our category manager heading up the cookie and candy business, she's going to be here a little bit later. She'll explain.
Okay then, let's go inside Trader Joe's. I'm Tara Miller, Director of Words and Phrases and Clauses.
And I'm Matt Sloan, the Culture and Innovation Guy at Trader Joe's.
13 items on our spring shopping list episode.
Triskaidekaphobia be damned, let's get started.
We went to Italy to get the full story on Trader Joe's pizza a couple of episodes back. So let's start with Trader Joe's new Italian-made pasta sauce.
Sì, delicioso. What you might notice immediately about this Trader Giotto's caro sugo Italian tomato basil pasta sauce is that Italian phrase which basically means dear sauce. D-E-A-R, dear pasta sauce. Think of this as our love letter to pasta sauce. It's made in Italy with Italian-grown produce, and the people who make the sauce, they grow the tomatoes.
Yeah, they grow them in Puglia in southern Italy.
Ideal tomato growing climate there.
And people talk about the flavor difference between Italian tomatoes and tomatoes from other places, but when you're tasting a sauce made with Italian tomatoes, you're most often going to notice it. It's a big, vibrant flavor. It's like a flavor bomb. There's no sugar, there's no additives, there's no thickeners, there's none of that stuff. It's as good or better than any of the super expensive sauces that you might find in other grocery stores, but it doesn't come with a super expensive price tag.
Never at Trader Joe's. No. It's absolutely incredible. And to be fair, to be clear, there are sugars present,
sure,
but those sugars come only from tomatoes.
Right.
It's good right out of the jar. So immediately I see there's a giant basil leaf. So when they make the sauce, they actually use fresh basil, not dried basil, not chopped basil.
It's really wonderfully thick. When I make sauce at home and I let it sit on the stove for hours, that's what I'm looking for, is that really thickened consistency. I'm pretty impressed by the chunkiness of the garlic pieces in there too. Obviously, it's not meant to be eaten cold.
Oh, it's great.
It is delicious.
Yeah.
It's really, really tasty. Oh, that'd be great on pasta. That'd be great on a meatball sub. Okay, that's going on my shopping list.
Don't take our word for it. You got to check this out, caro sugo. It's fantastic.
Okay, let's stay in Europe. We're going to go to Spain, and we're going to talk about oranges, specifically Valencia oranges. In Valencia, these oranges are called taronja. We now have them in the form of a wine that is called Tarongino. It is with a G and not a J. It is not a grape wine flavored with orange. It is a wine made with Valencia oranges.
This is not the orange wine that you might have heard about in natural wine circles that is oxidized and is sort of turning an orangish color. This is orange wine because it is, as you described, made from oranges. It's not cloudy. This is not a high pulp situation. It doesn't look like orange juice. It looks kind of like a blushed rosé wine with more orange than pink to its color. The fermentation process turns sugar into other things, among them alcohol, and it's wine. It's grown-up wine.
Yeah, it's a lower alcohol content. I think it's about 7%, maybe a little bit less alcohol by volume. A couple of folks from our wine team were at a giant wine show in Germany. And this was the last booth that they stopped at the end of a long day of looking at wines from around the world. And they just stopped in their tracks and they said, oh my gosh, we have to get this into our stores.
I think it's that no stone left unturned aspect of going out and looking for amazing things, especially after a long day. It was probably shocking in a good way.
It's expected to show up in our stores around the first week of April.
Okay.
So this is a little bit of a sneak peek, but really, if you see the Tarangino orange wine on the shelf at your neighborhood Trader Joe's, do yourself a favor and try it. With summer coming up, I think it is like such a great, unexpected wine to serve at a party or a barbecue or a brunch or any of those kinds of things. It's really interesting.
It's crisp. It's bright. I mean, this is really perfect for a picnic, I think, out on a lawn if you're at a concert or something, or even just out on the little strip of grass in front of your house by the street. Just make it a picnic.
Let's move to something also in our alcohol section of the store that is available in stores right about now. This is an homage to our dark chocolate peanut butter cup. It's a collaboration with a brewery who we've done a bunch of collabs before.
Collabs?
Does that make us like super hip if we're doing collabs with?
Probably doesn't.
Yeah,
but
okay.
I appreciate the effort.
Let me get the name right. Hardywood Dark Chocolate Peanut Butter Porter. And it does taste as good as it sounds.
It's bold, it's intense. It does have an imperial-sized alcohol content by volume, different from that orange wine. This is a little over 9%. This is a shareable thing, I think.
Yeah.
It's like a desserty, treaty kind of porter. The folks at Hardywood make outstanding porters and stouts. It's kind of their specialty. And I'm really fascinated by some of the brewing science, the technology to make something taste like a dark chocolate peanut butter cup that is beer. The chocolate notes come from chocolate malt, which is really just darkly roasted grains. They kind of get like a coffee roasted flavor, maybe a cocoa roasted flavor. And then they use defatted peanut powder. It's amazing.
If you left the oils in the peanut butter, you wouldn't get the foamy head that the beer produces when you pour it into a glass. Like it would interfere chemically with the reaction that causes that foamy head to happen.
An oily beer just seems like a terrible idea.
Right? And this was one that during the tasting panel, the whole group, our hands shot up in yes votes almost immediately. Like this is just such a cool idea. And for it to come to fruition in a way that really does taste like dark chocolate and peanut butter in a porter, really cool. And now we welcome back the Trader Joe's crew member who has the best job in the world.
Teeny tiny avocado ripeness inspector.
No.
Fearless flyer editor.
Well, that's kind of me. And yes, it is a great job, but I'm thinking about Allison, our category manager for candy and cookies.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you for having me back.
I think the only way that your job could be made better is if you included smoked trout in your categories.
We are here to talk about specifically some candy and cookies that are on our spring shopping list. We're going to talk
I know nothing about trout, so it's good. We're talking about candy and cookies.
Well, okay, maybe we'll pick up after this. But you had a very specific spring plan for this year.
Oh boy, did I. As a team, we went at it and very excited with the results. So we felt like there was not enough Easter happening in our stores for a time that there's bunnies and eggs and people looking for things to put in their Easter baskets and fun festive items for their kids and for gifts. And it's a time when people buy candy and cookies, and we have the best candy and cookies out there. So why not offer some Easter specific items?
I can remember all of those years filling Easter baskets for my kids and having to go somewhere else to buy all that stuff. And most of the time, not very good quality stuff. You really went all out and found some excellent high quality things that look like Easter things.
Yes, we didn't want to just take our dark chocolate peanut butter cups and put pastel foils on them and call it a new item. That's not what we do, right? We wanted to lead the innovation. We wanted to find really fun treasure hunt items for our customers. And I took a trip to London where they love Easter and went to some super fancy stores and some super innovative places and got some inspiration. Visited one of our vendors. They specialize in cocoa bombs. And as I was looking at the cocoa bombs, I thought, do we have to melt them in cocoa? Can we just put something inside of them that's fun? And you break it open and it's a fun surprise. So that's
Trader Joe's Break Apart Bunny.
It's so cute and fun. There's hollow bunnies are a thing, but how can we make it more innovative? And they already put the marshmallows in it, so why not something else? And I asked if they could put any candy in, and they said yes. So we came up with some gummy carrots to put
Yeah, I was going to
inside.
say, this is not just any candy.
Yeah.
Gummy carrots.
Yeah.
This is unique to Trader Joe's.
Yes, absolutely.
This grew
It's
out
not
of your
offered anywhere else.
this grew out of your imagination.
Yes.
So I'm going to open them up. A chocolate bunny full of carrots.
Here's my question though. Oh,
He
dude.
breaks apart.
It breaks apart kind of like our dark chocolate oranges, right? But you don't have to hit it so hard. So you don't have to commit violence to the bunny necessarily.
No, it's pretty easy.
So it's just milk chocolate.
Yep, break it apart and there are the carrots.
Yeah, and they've got little gummy carrots.
They're not carrot flavored, are they?
No.
Okay, good.
They're fruity flavored.
Okay. And they're not like gummy bear gummies.
No,
They're like old school like kind of gummies.
I mean,
It's like a citrusy
it's like orange.
orange flavor.
It's like orange. Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
I love
break
the
apart
idea that
bunny.
it's filled with something. I've never seen a hollow bunny that was filled with something that you could also eat. These are in stores starting the same day this podcast launches,
Oh,
right?
great.
I want to move on to the next product that we're going to feature here today. It's the milk chocolate bunny bar. It's a milk chocolate bar shaped like a bunny.
This is the same vendor as the bunny, but it's
Same
the break apart bunny.
It's milk chocolate bunny bar topped with candy-coated milk chocolate gems, caramel bits, rainbow nonpareils, and white chocolate drizzle. And it's in a box, but it has a window so you can see it. It's so vibrant and fun looking. Just the visual of that is going to cause people to just grab it. But then it tastes really good. I think we should try it again just to be sure.
Just to be sure.
Just to be sure it's as good as we remember it being.
Oh, quality tasting is a big part of our job.
Okay.
Very important.
First thing I notice is it's a nice thick bar.
And the intention is that it is a chocolate bar with the cool toppings on it.
Yeah, it looks like the chocolate went at the chocolate factory through the sprinkle zone like multiple times. There's so much stuff happening. It's
And
like
yeah.
an Australian dream painting.
And we wanted it to be texturally fun to eat too, with some crunchies and
It's a really nice creamy milk chocolate.
And all those colors are from plant-based sources like turmeric or spirulina. There's no that synthetic like paint that gets used in a lot of candies, basically.
And again, this is unique and exclusive to Trader Joe's.
What's
Okay.
next?
Next,
These are beautiful.
Yes.
I remember these little eggs.
tell us about the chocolate truffle eggs.
I saw something kind of similar when I was in London. The idea of the foiled egg is not new, but the presentation of this was so fun and different. So we wanted to do something really similar, but in our own way. Each little egg has a different filling and has a different color foil, and it's from Belgium, so the chocolate's really good.
So I'm going to read off the box what the flavors are. There's a dark praline, a crispy milk, milk praline, milk coconut, dark pistachio, dark cookies and cream, and a white praline. Do you want to try one?
Yeah,
Do
sure.
you have a flavor preference?
I like them all. I like pistachio in general, but
I've already had so much chocolate today. I mean, it's already
Today
12:15.
already?
No, I just can't. I am tasting chocolate at all hours of the day.
That's true.
if you were having a brunch or a tea or something at each place setting, each person could get these. And as your dessert course, you can just taste and talk about the little truffle eggs.
I just think these are so beautiful that at a place setting, they would be really pretty. And the pistachio actually was one we worked the hardest on because I think we went like 3 or 4 iterations till we got it.
That was my recollection. I wanted
Yes.
to make sure that we actually landed on something great.
Let me know.
Let's find out. It doesn't taste like pistachio flavor. It tastes like pistachios, and there's a subtlety of the flavor. It's really nice, really good.
All right, I have the white praline. So it's white chocolate on the outside with a chocolate praline on the middle, yeah.
Some of them have crispy bits. Some of them are more smooth.
This one has hazelnut. The big takeaway for me on these, when you see like chocolate Easter eggs, they're usually pretty low quality chocolate. It's kind of boring. It's perfunctory, right? These are really elevated flavors and really high-end chocolate experience. And you can see that when you look at the box. This is not for little kids. I mean, you're welcome to give it to a little kid, but these are really grown-up flavors on these eggs.
Yeah, these are outstanding Belgian chocolate truffles.
I want to give a shout out to our design team.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Because
please.
the packages for these products are so cute and pretty and elevated, and it really telegraphs a lot about the product, right? Who am I going after? Who am I trying to appeal to? What's my audience? And the truffles they're so elegant looking. It telegraphs fancy dinner.
And thematically, the 13 shopping list products we've been talking about, they share that careful attention and great work that the design team, the crew at Trader Joe's puts into every single project.
Yeah, we're done with candy, actually. And now we're going to move on to cookies that, to be honest, they look like candy.
There's a cookie hiding there somewhere.
Underneath the candy, there is a cookie. Matt, I'm going to throw you one. Oh, there we go. That was a good catch. This is a box of Easter JoJo's.
So it is our classic chocolate vanilla JoJo, but then there's 4 cookies in this. 2 are enrobed or covered in milk chocolate or decorated with Eastery sprinkles. And then 2 are coated in white chocolate and have pink sanding sugar, like the very fine sprinkles. And they have little decals to make them extra fun and Eastery. You have one that has a little egg and one that has a little bunny butt.
So you say decals. Those are edible. This is all food. These are not
chocolate
stickers.
Decals, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I love the idea of chocolate decals.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
That's what I've been calling them.
They're like printing a chocolate disc.
Okay.
Almost like a screen print, but they use like basically chocolate ink. It's not really ink.
This type of cookie covered in a chocolate or a confectionery coating is not brand new, but usually these kind of decorated things are just for the look of them and not so much for the taste. So we wanted to make sure they tasted amazing. And I really do think these look hand done, where you could get them on Etsy or your local bakery or a specialty shop and spend much more money.
Because I've seen a bunch of them and no 2 are exactly alike. And that does lend a certain hand done quality. So I have one of the milk chocolate coated ones.
I remember the tasting panel reaction to these because you have in your head when you see these kind of
Coated, decorated sandwich cookies that they just don't taste that good.
I think people are going to freak out when they eat these. They're in the best way. These are delicious.
These are delicious.
But like simple, like you were saying, like it's just a simple flavor, but the vanilla of that cookie really shines. I have the one that's got the white chocolate confection coating on there, and it's really good.
Do you have an egg or a bunny butt?
I have a bunny butt, I guess. So they say.
Okay, TMI. I love that you have been able to sort of see things happening in the world and reimagine them as something that makes sense for Trader Joe's. And my prediction is that next year in other stores, we will see break apart bunnies with things inside of them because people will pick up on what we've done. And it means that you got to go find something else. You have to go reimagine something different. It's challenging, right? Because you're constantly trying to find something that doesn't yet exist.
And that is the challenge of, especially my categories, candy and cookies. It really is categories that customers love seeing new things. They want to pick it up. And so it is the fun and the challenge of it.
But nicely done. Good project.
It was a team effort, and I'll be back in London in a couple months looking for next year. So.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to filling a basket or 2 with these treats.
Spring shopping list continues. After all that talk about candy and cookies, what's next?
A salad.
Cake.
Oh, of course.
Trader Joe's yellow mini sheet cake.
Customers love these cakes.
This one is a little bit different. It's also very much similar. How is it similar? It's really delicious. It's a single serve. No, I'm kidding. It's not really a single serve. It's a 14-ounce cake. But here's the difference. It's gluten-free. It is made with a combination of flours that do not include gluten. But if I hadn't said that out loud, and you didn't see it on the label because it's there on the label, you wouldn't know.
You know, I'd like to put that to the test.
Okay.
I have my purse fork.
All right.
That frosting looks combed, like a Zen rock garden.
Yeah, it's like a freshly groomed ski mountain. You're going to have to share, you know.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I'm only kind of kidding about this potentially being a single serve. Like, if you're in a really bad mood.
Take that, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, sheet, this is good cake. I've taken the gluten-free cake challenge. I would not have known that that was a gluten-free cake.
No.
Truly. It's good. Really good.
It's super moist. It just tastes like good cake. That's a win. That one's in stores now. That one launched in early February. It is, I believe, an everyday product, so it's not one of those limited things. The only thing that might limit its availability is if people buy more than we expect and we have trouble getting back in stock.
And the folks baking this cake, I mean, we've worked with them for, maybe almost 20 years. They're really good at what they do.
For all you folks out there who love yellow cake with chocolate frosting, this is for you. For all those folks out there who would like a gluten-free option in the sheet cake world, this is for you as well.
Win.
And
next on the list, it's a new entry in the dried fruit category. Trader Joe's crispy dried watermelon. Now, we've had previous forays into watermelon jerky that, to be candid, weren't particularly successful. Never really lived up to the potential. This is fascinating, though. We take 1.5 pounds of watermelon and remove all the water. And what you're left with...
So it's just melon?
They're these little crispy triangles. The bag weighs 1.4 ounces.
So I will admit that when these came to the tasting panel, I was super skeptical.
Admittedly, the visual's kind of strange in a great way.
What almost looks like a cross between a tortilla chip and a very dry piece of pepperoni.
It's really crunchy.
That's delicious. This is a package that literally is a single serving. It's 40 grams, which is 1.41 ounces. That's 150 calories. The only ingredient in here is dried watermelon. There's nothing added to it, so it's super sweet. There's no sugar added. There's nothing added. It's just watermelon. It's kind of fascinating how crispy they're able to get it. It has the texture of something that's been fried.
Well, that's the strange process known as vacuum drying, where there's like low temperature and you're pulling some pressure and you're removing moisture. That would be a fun time-lapse video to watch.
I believe that's in stores now also. That is a limited availability product. So we will have that for probably a few months, and then it will make way for something else in that category. And then if it does well and people respond well to it, it will likely come back again.
I mean, someone will have to grow fields of watermelons to make this.
That's really
crazy.
good. If I'm out for a long hike, that's a really great snack to have in a bag because it doesn't melt. It doesn't get too sticky.
Hiking with a real watermelon is a drag.
Totally impossible.
Let's stick with chips.
Okay.
Trader Joe's garlic butter Irish potato chips.
They are from an Irish supplier made with Irish potatoes. They're really good. Go ahead.
Ridge cuts.
Ridge cuts.
These
Yeah,
chips
so
are
they're
ridge
super
cuts.
sturdy. This is an everyday product.
Oh.
So the plan is for these chips from Ireland, made with Irish potatoes and Irish butter, to be at Trader Joe's in the snack section all the time.
That's a great call, Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Nice one, Trader Joe's.
Those are so good.
They're really good. I'm going to eat the rest of this chip and then we can continue.
And once you eat these chips, everyone in proximity to you will know that you have eaten these chips.
You can offer them some chips. And that
I was
way,
gonna say brush your teeth, but you could do that too.
no, you can offer them some chips. And so then everybody has garlic breath. And then the next thing you can offer them is the next thing on our spring shopping list, Trader Joe's black garlic cream cheese
Talk
spread.
about a segue, everybody.
Right?
Whoa.
Hello. This is a returning product. This
That's right. We
launched.
did have that last year.
Yes, it is back in stores this week, early March. There are a lot of different kinds of cream cheese spreads. People add all kinds of flavors, but black garlic, fermented garlic, so good.
I am such a fan of black garlic, and I'm constantly thinking of ways to get people to use it because it's so tasty and it's so different from regular garlic, raw garlic, or even roasted garlic. It has a sweetness.
Yeah, I think if you were to blend some of that into some freshly cooked, steaming hot pasta, and make that kind of your sauce for your pasta, you could make instant cream sauce because as you put it in, and stir it, it's just going to melt into your pasta. You're going to have this really flavorful, but also super uncomplicated sauce.
Yeah, I think flavor-wise, that would be an amazing thing on a roast beef sandwich. Or just, put that on a bagel. Sure, you could do that.
Or a baked potato. Instead of butter and sour cream, just that.
This one needs to just be tried in a whole bunch of ways.
It also has some dried garlic and some roasted garlic powder in it. So it's just garlic, 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 garlic. But the main flavor you're getting is that fermented black garlic.
This is going to just make a limited appearance. Is that the plan?
It's a limited appearance, yeah. We have a rotating assortment of cream cheese spreads that come in and out of our cheese case.
If you tried it and loved it, it's back. If you haven't tried it, check it out.
Oh, there's another cream that we should talk about, actually. The next one is Trader Joe's Night Cream.
Midnight snack?
No. It's cream for your face, not for your tummy. It's a really high quality, incredibly functional face cream that is specifically designed to be used at night. It has ingredients in it like hyaluronic acid, which is known for like pulling moisture into your skin, so like keeping it fresh. It has fermented mushrooms in it. Go figure. Those are supposed to help restore your skin's natural pH balance. Ceramides that lock in moisture, and Irish sea moss extract. I wonder if it comes from the same place where the potatoes come from.
Chips are made.
Yeah, probably not.
Maybe.
But that's an antioxidant. It's not scented. We have a lot of great skincare products that have really interesting and accessible scents that customers love. But when you're going to sleep at night, you probably don't want a whole lot of smells around. Really nice stuff. Our skincare products, super high quality products for their skin without paying the really high prices that you find in specialty shops. Big fan. This will be available at the beginning of April. And it should be around all the time. It's an everyday product.
An every night product.
Well, that's true. Okay, Matt, we have one more product to talk about. You might say it's the healthiest thing on our menu today.
Sure.
I'm very excited about it. Here, I'm going to throw it to you.
What a catch. All right, Trader Joe's organic baby red butter lettuce and baby arugula. Don't let the simplicity fool you. This is an amazing mix. It's 50-50. Half red butter lettuce, half arugula, both of them babies, which means smaller, tender leaves, not big, rangy, chewy things. So, like, perfectly bite-sized, actually. You don't really need to do any cutting or shredding or pulling apart of these leaves to make a salad. Great greens and reds. Sometimes salad greens can be a little anemic, not this mix. Great balance of sweet, subtle with peppery bitterness from the arugula. I love arugula. I'm excited for this. I hope this clicks for customers because it's such an easy way to make a great salad.
How would you dress this?
Well, I mean, I would go super simple. I would go with whatever citrus happened to be around, like a lemon, a sweeter Meyer lemon, or a more tart Eureka, or a lime, olive oil, salt, pepper. That would be it for me. I might just eat this as is. This would be fantastic if you were going to load it up on a sandwich. If you're making like a hoagie type sandwich on a baguette, classic sliced bread.
That roast beef sandwich with the black garlic spread that you described,
perfect.
And those greens on it, that would be a heck of a sandwich.
Yeah, this would be great with some sweet fruit thrown in.
Okay.
Chopped up oranges, grapefruit.
How about a glass of Tarangino wine?
I like that idea a lot. Actually, I'm liking the chips and the salad and the wine on a picnic.
I can just see you actually just sitting at your desk with an open bag of this, just eating it.
I've been known.
This is kind of the perfect mix for me to make a salad.
You often hear that directive to eat the rainbow, get lots of variety of colors in your fruit and your vegetables. What an easy way to do some of that.
We've had a whole bunch of treaty things, a whole bunch of snacky things, and even something healthy at the end. That is it. 13 of the new and returning products you'll find at your neighborhood Trader Joe's this spring.
Now, some of these products, well, they should be around for a while, and some are limited only for spring. So while you can, hope you'll give these a try.
You know what's not limited and not relegated to a specific season? This podcast. Be sure to get new episodes by hitting that free subscribe or follow button.
It is free and worth every penny.
Until next time, thanks for listening.
And thanks for listening.